President Muhammadu Buhari has commissioned the newly remodeled Chibok Government Girls Secondary School in Borno State, 7 years after it was attacked by Boko Haram insurgents. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the Commissioner of Police in Imo State, Abu Tuyaru, has ordered an investigation into the alleged killing of a German-based Nigerian, Oguchi Unachuku, by operatives of the Nigerian Air Force. Unachuku, who was said to be on his way with his family to catch a flight from Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport, Owerri, to Lagos State for an onward movement to Germany, was shot dead by Air Force operatives who were mounting guards at the Imo Airport on May 31st. The widow of the slain victim, Ijoma Unachuku, called the State Commissioner of Police to ensure that the killers of her husband were brought to book. In response to this, the police spokesperson disclosed in a statement on Monday that the CP had ordered a thorough investigation into the killing and that justice would be served. At number 9, the Special Advisor to the Governor of Cross River State, Ben Ayade, on Sustainable Development Goals, Mark Obi, has resigned his appointment. Obi resigned on Monday in a letter he signed and released to reporters in Calabar. He said as a founding member of the People's Democratic Party, he would not defect to the All Progressives Congress. Obi's letter said, following recent happenings in the political alignment of the state governor, I am persuaded to review my involvement in the current state administration. Consequently, being a founding and subsisting member of the PDP in Cross River, I cannot in good conscience remain in my appointment as Special Advisor on Sustainable Development Goals. I hereby resign my appointment as Special Advisor immediately. I am very grateful to Governor Ayade for finding me worthy to serve the state in the said capacity. Nevertheless, I will continue to support the state and government in any way possible as a stakeholder and senior citizen. At number 8, a popular pastor and General Superintendent of Redemption Ministries Worldwide, Rev Stephen Akiola, is dead. Akiola's death is happening barely 48 hours after the death of Prophet TB Joshua of the Synagogue Church of All Nations. The cleric was said to have undergone a kidney transplant sometime, but it was uncertain if that was the cause of his death as of the time of filing this report. At number 7, the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has ordered the suspension of issuance of police permits to owners of vehicles with tinted glass. He also ordered the suspension of issuance of spy number plates across the country. The IGP gave the directive at the Nigeria Police Force headquarters in Abuja on Monday. The measures are reportedly part of efforts being put in place to curb the worsening security challenges across the country. At number 6, the Independent National Electoral Commission has said that the newly created polling units will be published next week ahead of the commencement of the continuous voter registration. The chairman of the commission, Mahmood Yakubu, announced this on Monday during the presentation of fire engine to INEC by the Federal Fire Service in Abuja. Yakubu noted that the commission accomplished the task for the first time in 25 years. On the donation of the fire engine by the FFS, the INEC chairman commended the service, adding that 18 incidents out of the 42 attacks on the commission's facility were fire-related. At number 5, suspected herdsmen from Igongo in Oyo State reportedly stormed Imeko in Ogun State and killed 3 hunters in the early hours of Monday. It was gathered that the herdsmen left Igongo, which is a few kilometers away from Ogun State, and invaded Imeko community. They were said to have met stiff resistance by hunters in the area, but 3 lost their lives in the gun duel with the herdsmen. At number 4, the Senate President Ahmed Lawan has said that the Petroleum Industry Bill will be passed before the end of June 2021. The Senate President disclosed this at the opening of the 2021 Nigeria International Petroleum Summit in Abuja on Monday. He said the Joint Committee of the Senate and the House of Representatives are almost done writing their reports. Lawan stated that though the initial plan was to pass the PIB by the end of May, more needed to be done to ensure that the concerns of all stakeholders were adequately and fairly considered in the legislation. At number 3, the federal government has summoned envoys of the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and the European Union in Nigeria over their comments on the recent suspension of Twitter in the country. This was contained in a statement/invitation sent to journalists on Monday by Kimi Ebienfa of the Crisis Monitoring and Public Communications Division of the Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The statement read, I am directed to inform you that following the recent ban on Twitter by the federal government and press statements issued by some heads of diplomatic missions accredited to Nigeria on the subject matter, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Geoffrey Onyema, has invited the affected ambassadors to a meeting today at 12 noon. The venue is Ministers' Conference Room, 8th floor. You are hereby invited to cover the meeting. Thanks for your usual cooperation. At number 2, the National Broadcasting Commission has ordered all broadcast stations in the country to suspend the usage of Twitter with immediate effect or face sanction. The directive was issued on Monday by the Acting Director General of the NBC, Armstrong Idachaba, in a statement titled "Suspend Twitter Handles." The NBC asked all the broadcast stations to deinstall Twitter handles and desist from using Twitter as a source of information gathering for news and programs presentation, especially phone-in. According to the Commission, the decision followed the federal government's suspension of Twitter operations in Nigeria over the persistent use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining the corporate existence of Nigeria. It said, "Note that it will be unpatriotic for any broadcaster in Nigeria to continue to patronize the suspended Twitter as a source of its information. Therefore, strict compliance is enjoined." Finally, at number 1, President Muhammadu Buhari has commissioned the newly remodeled Chibok Government Girls Secondary School in Borno State 7 years after it was attacked by Boko Haram insurgents. The new school is now called Government Secondary School and is mixed with boys and girls. Buhari, who was represented by the Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Tallen, said she was in the state to bring the goodwill message of President Buhari to the people of Borno, especially those in Chibok. Recall that on April 14, 2014, about 276 schoolgirls, mostly Christians, were abducted and taken into Sambisa forest by the dreaded Boko Haram sect, who also destroyed the school buildings. Former President Goodluck Jonathan had, through his Minister of Finance Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, visited Chibok in March 2015, where she laid a foundation for rebuilding the school. The project, which was afterwards taken over by President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Babagana Zulum's administration, was completed this year and commissioned today. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.